Hey, welcome back to track number 1, the pink track.
The pink track.
I think that's what we're calling it. Pink track on the 2019 Junior Roller Derby Association Championships on the WFTDA's Twitch TV. I am Scott Chicken.
I'm Viola DeRola. Thanks for having me.
You are quite welcome. Thanks for being here. And coming up next is, what do we have? We got Diamond City Miners versus Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
Yes, and this is I think it's the first game that the Diamond City Miners have played because they're coming in number 1 seed at this tournament. The Cherry Bomb Brawlers had an amazing game. We've been talking about it. It's been the talk of the tournament. A nail-biter, 1-point lead over Raleigh this morning, the first game of the tournament that I called, and it was just really, really special. So I'm really excited to be able to see the Cherry Bomb Brawlers again.
Nice. Cherry Bomb out of the Spokane area in Washington. The Diamond City Miners coming to us out of Bakersfield, California.
All right, those Diamond City Miners are in the white jersey today. Representing them is Little Leevil, number 0305 Ginger Snapper, number 100 is Monster, 1024 Little Devil Rosie, 2002 is Flash, Smash is 214, number 4 is Mini Maniac, 42 Mount Crushmore, Maddie Mayhem, 492. Your captain is amazing, number 54, Slammerella 714. Woo, Little Regulator 79. Number 8 is Little Dutch Explosion, Speedy Bayou, number 89, and 918 Misdemeanor.
And for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers, number 007 Mad Max, 04 is Evelyn, number 12 Mad Hatter, 13 is Shifty, number 16 Tycho the Psycho, 18 Global Storming, 1974 Jaws of Death, number 22 Skatey Katie, 222 is Cutthroat. Your coach, number 2, or coach, how about captain? Number 244, Tribal Terror. 456 is M Ruthless. Number 6, Queen Bee. 717, Eminem. 989, Vicious Vanna. And number 99, Joneson.
Yes, some enthusiastic cheering here from Diamond City, getting themselves pumped up. That's
Diamond City's like getting closer to us, I think, every time they start cheering.
Absolutely. Shout out to the amazing officiating crew here at JDA Champs in Loveland, Colorado. Doof Warrior, Iceback Shakur, Melodrama, Papa Payne, Zookeeper, Soprano Stinger, Zombie Dearest, Kim Probable, Elemental, Admiral Mayhem, Ref in East, Carmen Dragon, Zero, Cheferee, Tim the Ref, Synapsing, did I say it right? Synapsing?
Synapsing, I think, sure.
Sure, Black Belt Barbie.
All right, teams are going through their final gear check. And then we will get going.
How do I turn mine? It's too loud. All right, so we're slightly behind here, as happens on these tournaments when we've got so many different teams playing, games happening. So bear with us, folks at home. We're just making sure we're all safed up here.
Exactly, got to have those 20 minutes of warm-up before each game, 10 minutes per team. And as soon as the gear check's done, we'll get rolling.
Awesome. So I'm seeing in my information that I've got is that these Diamond City, lots of these skaters also skate for the Los Anarchists, who I watched just a really sizable Canadian representative from Regina. So I think we're going to see a few skaters there in both divisions, which is really exciting. A few skaters aging out, so it'll be interesting to see where some of those people go to. Shout out to coaching officials. We didn't get to that here. So Diamond City coaching staff is Vic, Scarlett, Ben, and Carson. And to the...
Sorry, I didn't have that one ready.
That's all right. The Cherry Bomb coaching staff is Jess Durr and Kraken Skulls and Scully, and they were made some really great calls this morning for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. really doing some great clock management and essentially winning that game. I mean, of course, we're doing it with the skaters, but kudos to the Cherry Bomb Fidget staff for their excellent showing this morning. And here we go. So that's number 007, Mad Max, wearing the star for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
Meanwhile, Speed Bryu jamming for Diamond City, and Speed Bryu is out and lead jammer. Speed Bryu also pulling through, picking up the first points of the game. As Mad Max finally clears the pack. Speed Bryu calls off the jam.
That's a 7-0 run there for Speed Bryu and Diamond City. Diamond City coming in number 1 seed and number 1 rank for quite a few years here. Cherry Bomb Brawlers are the 9th seed, ranked 12th in the JRDA Open Division. So congratulations to Cherry Bomb Brawlers for their first JRD performance.
Diamond City lead jammer, second jam in a row. That's number 100 Monster picking up lead.
Tycho the Psycho trying to work through on that Venusa pass, getting drawn back by Diamond City.
And thanks for the question. No, my mic announcer mic is not facing outward. The extra sound, not sure where it's coming from, but there is a lot of crowd noise.
There is a lot of background noise. Maybe our friends at Twitch, if they're paying attention here.
Our production team been on it pretty well today. Hopefully we'll catch that up. Meanwhile, 10 points up for Diamond City. And that brings us to 17-3. And we will reset with Tribal Terror, rather, number 244, picking up lead for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. First lead of the game for Cherry Bomb.
Tribal Terror working hard, but taking a seat in the penalty box for a high block. So power jam opportunity here for Slammerella. She was not lead. So she's going to fight this out the full 2 minutes. That's Global Storming with an impressive drawback and some one-on-one blocking here.
And Slammerella forcing through, picks up 4 points. Tribal Terror out of the penalty box, trying to get through, tripped up, but does clear the pack, picks up 4. Tribal Terror cutting through again for 4 more points. As the track cut on Slammerella, so both jammers have had penalties in this jam. We got 34 seconds of jam time left. Cherry Bomb now trailing by 10, 11-21.
Tribal Terror doing a great job pushing blocker number 42, Mount Crushmore, out the front of the pack, picking up another set of points. Really
Excuse me.
speed up.
Tribal Terror ducks through. Oh, picks up the low block penalty, heads back to the penalty box. 2 jammer penalties in the jam for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
Unfortunate situation, but super proud of Cherry Bomb Brawlers for putting up a 12-6 run there despite all the penalties. So 23-18, a nice score showing here. We're only onto our 4th jam here, but impressive.
So power start for Diamond City and lead jammer as well. Super quick through for Mini Maniac. Mini Maniac now coming through offense, sweeping open the lane on the outside.
That's amazing offense there on the outside. Wonder if she's doing it again.
And rolls through for 4. Takes Diamond City to 31 with the 8 total so far on the jam.
Yes, Speed Variety doing some really impressive one-on-one blocking here against Tribal Terror.
And Mini Maniac calls off the jam after adding another 4, a 12-point jam. That's our largest jam of the game. 35-18 now, Diamond City. So thank you for tuning in to watch this game live on Twitch. If you're curious about what makes a back block, a track cut, or any other penalty a penalty, visit WFTDA.com/new. You can get a downloadable roller derby cheat sheet so that you too can cheat at roller derby. Or understand the rules, one of the two.
Lots of whistles going.
Yeah, forearm for the Diamond City jammer.
So that's Flash taking a seat in the penalty box, giving Jaws of Death an opportunity here. 22.
Jaws of Death still struggling, not able to complete the initial pass yet. Diamond City doing a good job of speeding the pack up and staying in front. Lead jammer not yet assigned. Jaws of Death going to the helmet, thinking about pulling off the cover, and coach saying, no, don't do that. Not yet. Let's flash back out and right through.
Yes, that chest is a legal target zone. So unfortunately, when we offer the chest, it is transfer for contact to come.
Indeed. So we will pause for the injury timeout.
Awesome. Off season here, postseason action for the 2019 WFTDA. So I'm not sure where you're coming from, but there's some great Continental Cups going on August 9th through 11th. Only just in a couple of weeks there is the WFTDA Continental Cup North America West in Orem, Utah. Thank you. I'm Canadian. I need these lessons. Orem, Utah, August 23rd to 25th. We're North America East in Lancaster, PA. The West is thanks to Happy Valley Derby Darlings for hosting that. Dutchland Derby Rollers in PA for hosting the America East. International WFTDA Playoffs in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, hosted by Greensboro Roller Derby. That's in September 6th through 8th. 13 through 15 is International WFTDA Playoffs in Seattle, Washington. That's Rat City. Thanks for hosting those. The European Continental Cup is in October 5 through 6. Thank you to Kallio Rolling Rainbow and Helsinki, Finland for hosting that. And Vive la Belle Provence. Congratulations to Mes Amis Montreal Roller Derby for hosting the first time outside of U.S. The Whipped It Championship. So Montreal's been doing a great job. Their Georgia W. Tush tournament, second year running, has been a fantastic showing. They're really doing a great job. So congratulations to them for hosting November 15th to 17th. It's always my birthday present.
Oh, is it nice? That should be a fun tournament. I'm hoping I make the trip up. If you'd like to watch any of that live on the interwebs, you can get your Watch Pass combined season combo pass is coming up. You can use the code WFTDA ROBYDOBY, that's ROBYDOBY, after the WFTDA. You can save 20% on the season combo pass.
Okay.
So we will save you some money if you put in that code. If you want to get those season watch passes, head over to WFTDA.tv and click on the big watch pass link, and you will be able to manage all of that.
So this is me.
You can also pick up tickets if you want to go in person. The pack is here. We got a 4-pack of 3-day tickets for either of the playoff locations, so either Winston-Salem or Seattle, Washington. You can get that 4 3-day tickets for $175. That saves you $85 off the regular price. Get your tickets now to the best events in roller derby. WFTDA.com/tickets.
Awesome. Thank you so much. The official timeout happening here was definitely an injury-related thing. So thanks to our officials for keeping us safe and to our health and safety staff for keeping this going on. A little bit of a break, 35-18 for the Diamond City Miners.
Five seconds is whistled. Well, it's not really whistled. It's just announced. The jam start is whistled. And we are back underway.
That was Tycho the Psycho, number 16.
Ooh, called for the high block. Number 1024, Little Devil Rosie is your lead jammer for Diamond City. Mad Max giving chase, but not able to knock Little Devil Rosie out. Rosie almost taking out her own skater on that pass, but not quite. Clears through with 4.
Great job evading that contact on the outside line. Little Devil Rosie picking up more points.
Now swinging through and a wide lane on the outside as Cherry Bomb not able to close off the line. So we got 8 total for Little Devil Rosie. As Star is passed. Oh, but a cut track called on Mad Max. Mad Max not able to accept that star as Mad Max on the way to the penalty box.
I'm enjoying Queen Bee and Shifty, taking a fall on the outside and having a smile on their faces. For a team like Cherry Bomb Brawlers, who I'm sure is so proud to have made it this far, that's the best way to go about it, is just try to have a good time.
Meanwhile, Little Devil Rosie, 3rd pass through for 4 and a 4th pass as well. That takes Diamond City to 51. As Little Devil Rosie keeps the feet on, nods from the outside back refs. Yes, indeed, those are legal feet. And so through for 4 points. Hey, is it just me or did we lose some background noise?
Yeah, I feel like we did.
I think I can finally hear myself.
Friends on Twitch, did we get that figured out?
It's good to see that Dreadhawk 54 is off work back home, will eat food and watch Derby. I wish I was eating food, except then you'd just hear me chewing, and that wouldn't be much fun. I mean, it wouldn't be much fun for you. It might be fun for me.
JRDA is doing a fabulous job hosting us this event. Lunch was delicious, as is the spectacular venue here in Loveland, Colorado.
So a 24-point jam takes Diamond City to 59. Cherry Bomb held at 18. And we reset Global Storming, jamming for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. And that's number 54, Amazing, with the star for Diamond City.
Global Storming doing a great job with that one-on-one blocking at the back of the pack.
Meanwhile, forearm penalty being called on... It is, yes. Tribal is like, is that going to be Tribal Terry? Yes, it is. So Tribal heads to the penalty box. Power jam for Amazing.
Global Warning just doing a stellar job there with one-on-one blocking.
And
He's getting an equipment violation here for armband not being visible, maybe?
could be, might have been illegal contact. I think someone might have made contact with the jammer and they were down. Not clear. Either way, it's a penalty. So we got 51 seconds of jam time remaining, 4 points up.
May using number 54, just continuing to rack up points here.
Indeed, that's 12 total.
Yeah, Tribal Terror trying to do some defensive jamming there. Getting caught up again at the back of the pack here, looking for some help.
And Global storming out of the penalty box and back, joining up with Tribal Terror at the back of the pack.
Thanks, friends at Twitch. I'm hearing myself much better.
And Global Storming returns to the penalty box as Tribal Terror content to just continue rolling back. As Amazing sits out of bounds waiting.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of this morning, this jammer on jammer action between Cherry Bomb Brawlers and Raleigh. They were also going with that strategy.
Yeah, it is a good way to knock the jammer out, and if they don't take the bait and follow you back, you're at least, in this case, killing some time and helping burn off some penalty periods without giving up any points. Timeout called by Cherry Bomb. So Diamond City with 16 on that jam, now ahead 75-19 with 17:52 to go in the first period.
I feel like a game like this, I don't even want to look at the score because the action on the track is so impressive. I feel like sometimes the score changes your mindset of the game, and there's just some incredible athleticism going on both sides, and we want to celebrate that.
Sure. Why not? Winner of this game, which will involve points, will go on to play against the Attack Pack tomorrow at 3 p.m. The loser slides down to our consolation bracket, and we'll pick up the winner of the game between Sioux Falls and Des Moines.
Yeah, really great to see a full consolation bracket here. I love that about JRDA, is that we're traveling here. Everybody's getting 3 games, no matter how you perform, which is really nice to see.
Minimum of 3 games. You could get 5.
Yes, there will be teams
depending on how it goes.
Yes.
For instance, Cherry Bomb does not come back and beat Diamond City. They would move on. I guess they'd only get 1. Maybe it's only 4. I don't know. Math is hard.
Math is hard.
Following a bracket when it's printed in gray and black and white.
But roller derby is hard and roller derby is fun, and that's what we're all here for. Diamond City Jammer Monster getting through and is your lead jammer.
Meanwhile, we've got a power jam, as I believe. Tribal Terror sitting in the penalty box. Didn't catch what the call was. Must have been late in that end of the jam.
I've got Jaws of Death on my screen here showing that
maybe Jaws of Death was penalized right at the beginning.
All right.
House announcer Puns and Roses was pointing and gesturing, but I didn't understand what he was pointing and gesturing about, so there you go.
All right, either way, that was a 4-0 run there for Diamond City.
And a power start as well as Jaws of Death, hopefully still in the penalty box.
We've got a bit of a tricky view here from our official table. I feel like I'm at a wedding reception up here on stage. Got a great view of the track. And your lead jammer there for Diamond City Miners is Mini Maniac.
Mini Maniac number 4. The Diamond City, in this case, bench and coaches are directly between us.
Yes.
And the penalty box, so hard to see who's there. However, Mini Maniac doesn't care who's in the penalty box. Mini Maniac cares about points, and there's 4 more.
Absolutely. She's got a great finesse with those, the line work and toe stop rollouts, taking full advantage of this slippery floor.
A nice bit of edging there and cuts back to the inside. 4 points up. That takes Diamond City to 91.
Jaws is out of the penalty box and back in the water, ready to fight it out here, doing some fantastic pushing against one-on-one blocking with Maddie Mayhem.
And passes the star. Does not pass the star off. A high block called, sending Jaws of Death back to the penalty box as the jammer. Mad Max all set to take the star, but refused by the referees.
Absolutely. That's Zero, red jam ref today. I like to super fan on him. He's an excellent official, always making all the calls. So shout out to him and the rest of the officiating crew here today. Great job covering that outside line from Mad Max 007. A little bit of a drawback there.
The Maniac sent out, and Mad Max, not quite able to, nor was Queenie able to stop the run up the outside from Mini Maniac. Mini Maniac back now, 24 on the board. Looking for more, gets around Jaws of Death, who did successfully pass the star.
And we're 28 points here for Diamond City. I'm guessing from memory that's probably our largest.
I believe so. I think we had a 24 earlier, and 28 may be the tops.
Sorry about that. My director had it all wrong. Yeah.
So 107-19. Diamond City commanding lead with 14-14 to go in the first period.
That's Flash pushing through against a very strong tripod there.
And jamming for Cherry Bomb.
Global Storming doing a great job at the top there of the pack. Not quite going to do it. He's going to take his penalty. Flash pushing.
Yes, M. Ruthless with the star for Cherry Bomb, and trapped at the back and continuing to be cycled out and then back off camera as we're focusing on Flash, but now starting to roll back towards the pack as Flash clears with 4 points. M. Ruthless bumped out again. 492 Maddie Mayhem with the shoulder.
Really spread out pack here.
Global Storming back out as M. Ruthless looking to pass the star, does complete the star pass to number 18 Global Storming. And Flash calls off the jam.
We had lead, right? Yes. Okay, I put my arms out and I was like, I think I'm going. And obviously that's when he starts to
All right, 115-19. Diamond City has surpassed that century mark. Almost ahead by a century for you Tragically Up fans.
That is the most Canadian reference I've heard all day.
Well,
good work.
I'm hoping, stand by if you're listening, to get to call that game tomorrow. That's going to be in the female division. My Canadian compatriots from Regina, Saskatchewan. And we've got a little Canadian connection on our Buffalo team. So excited for the Canadian content here at JRDA. That's for sure. Yeah, some exciting things going on in the female division as well.
That's right. That'll be the 9 o'clock game, Pile of Bones versus Queen City.
Yes, that'll be an early one. And then...
good times as the divisions switching their start time. So today the open division started at 9. Tomorrow, female division will start at 9. Open will start at 11. As we're doing 2 games per division, 1 on each track, followed by 2 games for the next division, 1 on each track.
Yes, and I think we were chatting off mic before we even got here about how there are some skaters that are playing for both divisions.
Exactly, and that lets skaters their number on Diamond City that were just finished a game with Los Anarchists against the Pile of Bones. And earlier we had some Mob City skaters that went on to play for Seattle Derby Brats in the back-to-back games. Lots of crossover between the divisions in these top-level teams.
Yes, kudos to those cities and leagues who are supporting 2 high-level junior teams. That's impressive for sure. I'm finding, because I'm from the East, Junior Derby in the West is just massive. You guys are doing it right out here, and we're really glad to be a part of it. That's for sure.
We certainly try. Vince Hannity, I will ask you to please settle down on the chat. That's a lot of ease in that squee. Tribal Terror is through and is lead jammer. Tribal now with both of Cherry Bomb Brawler's lead jammer calls.
Slammerella through.
And Tribal Terror grabs the points, calls off the jam.
It's a quick 4 points up there.
Believe that might be Diamond City's first scoreless jam of the half. Or I could be wrong, because maybe in Jam 5 they had no points.
Well,
My notes, not necessarily complete.
either way, they've got a whole lot of points up on the board, showing us all why they are number one and have been for the last 2 championships.
Yes. Lead jammer going to Slammerella, who figured, I'll just stay out there, skate another jam, maybe I'll get lead. And
Why
that worked
not?
out great. Mad Max with the star for Cherry Bomb.
Mad Max pushing up against a really tight pair of blockers there from Diamond City.
Yes.
Number 79 is Little Regulator. Gonna regulate him all the way back. A 40-foot drawback there.
Reg's one of those skaters that
Oh,
just
great.
finished with Los Anarchists moments ago.
All right, great little apex jump there from Mad Max. Not quite enough.
Not quite, and forced out of bounds and rolled back by Speed Bryu.
Speed Bryu, I think I saw a news interview with him over the last couple of weeks. There's been some great media push from Hit Squad and JRDA sharing some video footage. Well-spoken young man.
Yes, Diamond City good with the media. Slammerella, however, picking up a penalty, so power jam now for Mad Max and the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. Mad Max still, I believe, on the initial pass.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some offense out there.
Offense attempting, but Speed Bryu holding down the front of the line, now joining up with a Little Regulator, the front of the pack.
Mad Max looking
For the outside and bumped out. Referee taken out by a table on the outside.
oh, and that is on our screen. That's all right.
Well, something like, wow, that was impressive.
we got our people moving that. Sometimes you got to take a little bit of space back to have a look at that track. There we go, an extra 4 points up for Diamond City.
Ref's
That's
all
3
happy about it.
passes.
He's like, hey, this table was not in my lane. I went a bit outside. In any case, nice work, Snap saying. It's all good. The table looks like it survived as well, so we should all be happy about that. A 12-0 run. Diamond City now 127-23. 9 minutes to go in the first period.
Diamond City lining up with all blockers at the start being forward facing, backwards facing, offering that chest.
And that is number 100, Monster, lead jammer for Diamond City. 456 is your jammer record for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. That is M. Ruthless.
A monster just evading that tripod. Excellent work on the toe stops on that outside line to get through for yet another scoring pass for Diamond City.
Yeah, Tribal Terror throwing the hips out, but not quite closing down the line enough.
And at this level, we definitely need to follow through all the way. Oh,
That time, not clean. Foot went out. Jam ref right on top of it.
here we are. Let's hope that Cherry Bomb Brawlers can do some offensive support here. Star pass happened.
I think the star pass did not happen as we had a cut track called
Oh no! So we'll do a
prior to.
little jammer do-si-do.
And Ruthless sits. And Monster is exiting. As the rule in the WFTDA, you can't have 2 jammers sitting for too long in the penalty box unless certain situations happen. That was not one of those situations. Therefore, Monster released early. And Ruthless will sit the same amount of time that Monster did, and then Monster will return directly to the penalty box.
Great offensive effort from the Diamond City pivot, but not quite enough. Oh, 4-9-2 is Maddie Mayhem. Great job.
Mayhem unleashing some mayhem on M. Ruthless there.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. M. Ruthless forced out again. and rolled back as time runs out on the jam. 3 points captured by Diamond City.
Well, 11 in total for that jam, an 11-0 run for Diamond City, 138-23. This is what happens when number one plays 12th rank.
Yes. On the power start, Tribal Terror.
Sure thing. Smiles on the track, though. Nice to see.
Tribal ducks down and cuts through now, shouldering, trying to get to the front.
Speed Bryu with the push out and all the way drawback.
And lead jammer going to Monster out of the penalty box through the pack. Grabs lead. Tribal now turning to defense. Shoulders Monster out, but not quite quick enough on the run back. Monster wily with that run quickly to the corner.
And Speed Bryu just not letting up.
Monster takes two, calls off the jam. We're down under 6 minutes to go in the period, 140-23.
Yeah, we were wondering about these white leg bands here on the Diamond City skaters. I think they've got the names and numbers of other skaters on them. I haven't quite figured out who it was. If somebody out in the Twitch verse there knows anything about that.
Yes, we got some Diamond City fans that are in touch with the team because I guess we could go ask them, but then I'd have to get up from the desk.
No.
I'm way
We've
too
got
lazy for
5
that.
minutes left in this period. I like to chat with people. I'm that friendly Canadian, so I'll be sure to go on by and at least have a look so I know what they say anyway. All right, what do we got here? We've got an official timeout. Talking about our feelings, looks like Speed Bryu's getting a penalty. I didn't notice the hand signal, so I'm not quite sure what the penalty is. Unlike some of those, we thank WFTDA for sharing some of this technology with us. We don't have that penalty tracking screen here, so we're not quite sure who's going for what unless we're looking up and seeing the penalties.
No digital inside whiteboard for us.
Thank you, that's what it's called.
That is it. Because you got to refer to what it used to be. You wouldn't want to just call it a digital penalty board. That'd be silly.
No. I was excited. I was at ECDX, and it was because I'm new to this high-level stuff. But it was really exciting to see. I was like, oh, my God,
it's great.
the inside whiteboard right there. I can see exactly when the penalties are, what they are, and as soon as they go up. And that's really exciting. We love
all right.
technology.
According to the wonderful world of Twitch, thank you all. The white band is in memory of Soccer Chick.
Okay. Lovely gesture.
Indeed. Speaking of watching roller derby and announcers that may probably have inside whiteboards in front of them, why don't you get a combo pass for the WFTDA postseason? You get all of those games, the Continental Cups, North America West and East, the 2 playoff games, the European Continental Cup, International Championships, and you can save 20% on that combo pass using the code WFTDA ROBY-DOBY. Head over to WFTDA.tv and click on the Watch Pass button. And I'm sure our quality mods will drop that in the chat on the stream very soon. Hey, there it goes. Nice work, Moobot. You guys are the best.
Love a deal. Love some high-level roller derby. Get the watch pass. Do the things.
Do all the things. And if you're going to go to Montreal for Champs, there's only 3,000 tickets available, so you need to get on that pretty quick.
Yes, and I heard that we're already at, 2,000 tickets sold, so those of us waiting, and I say us because it's me.
I should make my travel plans if I'm going to go then, huh?
It's only like a 6-hour drive for me, so I really should.
That would be a several-day drive if I were to go, but, they have airplanes.
They do.
At least I've heard that. They land in Canada, right?
We do.
You allow that? Okay.
We do.
Just checking. Mad Max 007 is, I believe, on a power start. As Flash.
Oh, great little apex jump. A fantastic, excellent effort there from Mad Max. Getting through lead jammer. I don't think Mad Max were the star as much this morning. But he's definitely earning that this afternoon, evening. What time of day is it even?
That is an excellent question. It is, in fact, 6:05 Mountain Time. All right, Flash had picked up a penalty for contact prior to the whistle, I believe, because they hadn't blown it and he started into the pack.
Yes.
So sat for the first 30 seconds. Out of the pack. Jam called off. 4 points up for Cherry Bomb. And our Diamond City coaching staff coming out to have a chat. I do like the matching orange DCM polo shirts. It's a good look.
Absolutely.
Uniform coaching staff. I'm not. Jury's still out on the Nikes with the bright orange heel. I'm not so keen on the
I'm loving
shoes,
bright orange.
but,
I don't think our friends at home can see the coach is here right now, but we're impressed by the style and impressed by Tribal Terror and his ability to become lead jammer for his team. Unfortunately,
Is it a forearm? Is it not a forearm? It's not a forearm. He is
no, Zero saying keep going,
back
keep
on
going.
and swings through for 4 points. So much confusion in many parts on that play. But we got 4 points up for both teams as Little Devil Rosie also threw for 4.
I think more than once it's been an armband issue for Tribal Terror.
Tribal's got it on the shirt sleeve, so it wouldn't be an armband there. Maybe it was like refasten your wrist guard or something, and they thought it was a forearm. Don't know.
Yeah.
Again, both coaches now out having a chat. A nice, calm chat with the referees.
Yeah, sometimes we don't like to have Sharpies on our arms, but if those armbands are rolling up. 8 total. Zero's coming in to check in with our scorekeepers. That's 8 points for a Cherry Bomb.
That takes them to 35. Diamond City with 4 on that jam, 144. We're going to get a slight time adjustment. Clock will bump.
I think everyone's just, I think it is an official timeout.
Yes.
As we double check our clocks, dot our I's and cross our T's. A lovely little hugging huddle moment there on the track.
Looking back at some of our Twitch TV, thank you for clarifying. It is 5:05 p.m. in Oregon.
Oh, right.
That's
we
why
got
I
that
think it's
time
not
zone
even
thing.
quite dinner time.
And I'm getting hungry because in Eastern Standard Time, it's what, 8 o'clock?
It's like, yeah, it's getting late for you.
I'm ready for bed. No, not yet. I still get to cheer on that 7 p.m. game.
Yes, indeed. Coming up at 7 on this track, we will have Santa Cruz, the number 1 seed in the female division, taking on Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo, the number 8 seed, beat Queen City early this morning.
Yes, and then on
the other track, Jacksonville will take on FOCO.
Okay.
FOCO beating Rocky Mountain in the 11 o'clock game. And that will round out today.
FOCO's Fort Collins, right? They're
Yes,
not far from here.
they are not far. With Seattle Derby Brats playing Rose City, teams that are 3 hours away by car had to fly 2.5 hours to Colorado to play each other. Fort Collins and Denver, an hour-ish apart. And they got to meet semi in the middle anyway, here at the ranch in Loveland, Colorado.
We're having a good time here in Colorado.
We are. 2:51 on the game period clock. 144 to 35. And we are back underway.
That's amazing with a power jam. She is through and is your lead jammer.
And on a power start as Tribal Terror in the penalty box. Didn't catch the call, but clearly that was part of the official timeout was, hey, wait, there should have been a penalty called there.
There was a lot going on.
Yes, 4 more up for Diamond City. As Tribal Terror released along with 717 M&M for Cherry Bomb.
Tribal Terror doing a great job staying in on that really strong one-on-one blocking from Speed Bryu.
Amazing steps through and out.
With some amazing toe stop work.
Calls off the jam. 12 total, 156.35, and we're under 2 minutes to go in the half. So, Selp Monkey asking, was Global Storming on another team? I recall a Global Storming in finals a few years ago. Yes, Global Storming and Tribal Terror both were on FOCO at Champs right here in Colorado 2 years ago. They were late season transfers and helped with FOCO, as I think FOCO came in third that year, possibly even second. I can't remember if they made it to the championship game or not. Lead jammer going to Diamond City's Monster.
M. Ruthless continuing to struggle here at the back as they are drawn back by Ginger Snapper and Maddie Mayhem.
Yes, and those two combining to bump M. Ruthless out of bounds. Ruthless with the star in hand just under the scoreboard and now coming back onto the screen as Monster steps across and grabs the 4 points.
All right, and that is a successful helmet cover pass from M. Ruthless to Global Storming.
And jam called off just before Global Storming engages. No points. Cherry Bomb 168.35. And we got 15 seconds, 14 counting down. We'll see if anyone calls a timeout. I see the Diamond City coach just at the bottom of the screen looking, and wanted to get it to 5 seconds because you need a 5-second timeout. Maybe it was 2. Somewhere in there. We'll see if they adjust the clock.
You know, one more jam, one more jam.
Exactly. Roller derby. For those new to the sport, the clock will end when the jam ends. Time doesn't stop, and then we stop before the jam is over. So those 3 seconds could be 2 minutes. It's not quite as weird as soccer, but still. Selp Monkey, yes, they were second. Thank you for updating that score. That was saying that FOCO came in second back in 2016.
All right.
Or 2017, rather, right here at the ranch.
Oh, all right. Vinsanity positing that with that jam, Diamond City may have the highest first half score of any team so far at Champs. For today, yeah, quite possibly. And would be a fitting feat, I would say, for the number 1 seed in the open division.
All right, out for the final jam of the period. And 10:24, Lil Devil Rosie, lead jammer.
And that's Mad Max pushing his way through on his initial.
Lil Devil Rosie with a slalom course through the pack.
And a smile on her face. Mad Max trying to take that outside line, getting shut down by Slammerella.
And Lil Devil Rosie finds room, swings the foot. Carmen Dragon says, that's 4 points. Mad Max finally completes the scoring pass, picks up 4. As Lil Devil Rosie grabs 4 more. Max again almost clear, but shouldered out by Mount Crushmore. Down to under a minute to go on the jam clock. Lil Devil Rosie content to let things run.
She didn't just take a nap there.
Yeah, just let her lean in. What the heck? We'll see what happens.
Giving Mad Max an opportunity to sneak through on the inside, and she's just going to take that hole too.
Why not? So 16-8 currently on the jam. Getting close to 30 seconds to go. Mad Max forced to the inside. Rosie again, I'll just sort of shove.
Yeah, Rosie
move
with
the
that
pack.
strong push up the front.
Grab 4 more.
Oh, that one hand out. There you go.
And that's good. One hand does not out of bounds make.
Skaty
That
Katie
was
knew it and was there for the catch, but taking a penalty herself.
That was
And that is halftime.
that was a quality matrix maneuver.
Absolutely.
Leaning back, supporting on the one hand. 24 points in the final jam of the half takes us to 192. Diamond City Cherry Bomb Brawlers at 45. We will take I'm guessing not 14-minute break, but I could be wrong. And we will be back with the second half.
I look forward to it.
And we are back for the second half. Diamond City versus the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. Score at halftime 192-45. Diamond City, your number 1 seed with the commanding lead. Cherry Bomb Brawlers coming in as the number 9 seed, currently ranked number 12 in the JRDA Junior Roller Derby Association. You are watching the 2019 JRDA Championships live on twitch.tv, WFTDA's channel. Thank you to the WFTDA for helping provide this streaming for the world and all of our fans at home. I didn't get a chance to go check the penalty board. I believe my gut says that perhaps Cherry Bomb has a few more. They seem to be going to the penalty box a little more often than Diamond City on the lead jammer status. Lead jammer much more on the Diamond City side, although Cherry Bomb has had about 4 or 5 leads in the first half, but also leading in the world of jammer penalties. Cherry Bomb picking up 2 jammer penalties in jam number 3, and then 4 more or 5 more after that for a total of, I believe, 7, while Diamond City only giving up 3 separate jammer penalties, so 3 jammer power jams. That's the word I was looking for.
Hi, sorry.
Hi,
I'm
welcome back.
And any of that stuff is not even remotely in her mind, and I am so grateful for that reality. And back to reality here on this pink track number 1, where Mini Maniac of the Diamond City Miners has earned herself the lead jammer. And Ruthless, both hands out, might as well take the feet out.
The Ruthless rumming right into the side of Eva Lynn, but not bumped out of bounds and grabs the 4 points.
Yes, Speed Bryu not letting up, not giving M. Ruthless any space. But Global Storming with a successful star pass there.
Jam called off 4 more points for Diamond City, and that'll take him to an even 200.
All right, 200-45.
During the intermission, I did take a check on track number 2, where Philly is playing against Capital City, and Philly was in a significant lead there as well.
Yes, well, Philly is what, 2nd?
Philly ranked number 2, yes.
And Capital City is
Capital
7th?
City, I believe, came in, yes, they were the number 7 seed. So a similar lineup. That's both the joy and the pain of the bracketed seeded tournament as the low seeds play each other and for the honor of playing the 1 and the 2.
Yes.
Tribal Terror lead jammer for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers and calls off the jam.
Nice little break when they put the star on Speed Bryu. I always love when one of the more dominant blockers is the jammer. It's like I feel like I'm doing offense and defense at the same time because I'm taking care of them. So there we go. No points up, but still we're moving that clock.
That we are. 28 minutes to go in the game. As Mad Max with the star for Cherry Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And that is jumping out the front, number 100,
That's
Monster.
Yeah. Mad Max doing a great job with that toe stop work, staying in.
But Monster says, I will take 4 points. I will call off the jam. And I will knock another 30 seconds off the clock.
Sure. Period clock still chipping away. And coming up next on this track, right, I think we've talked about it, is number 1 seed female division Santa Cruz against the Kalamazoo Killer Bees.
Yes, indeed. Saw Santa Cruz doing a little warm up before the during the halftime.
There will be a sizable difference between the size of the bodies on those two
Santa
teams.
Cruz, those are some very statuesque skaters. They are
they are
very low,
strong
very
ladies.
tall, and very strong.
And you will see there is a very tiny
Is
skater
it?
on Kalamazoo who holds her own. Anyway, but on to this track. That's M&M fighting through. And Monster is already come through, is your lead jammer.
Monster picking up lead in back-to-back jams. Got lead and called it off in the last and figured I'll just stick around.
Tribal Terror with a great hit out and draw back on the outside line. M&M making her way through on that initial pass.
And jam called off. So a 0-0 jam
Sure.
indicated on the scoreboard.
204 to 45. Diamond City showing why they're number one.
Pack rolling forward as the jam starts. And Global storming with the shoulder as number 42, Mount Crushmore, jamming for Diamond City. But M. Ruthless is your lead jammer for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
Whistles going, that's Global storming. Direction of gameplay with that hit out and trying to do that drawback. Getting a little excited. He's a fantastic skater. Excitable. Oh, some defensive jamming.
Yeah, slowing down a little bit. M. Ruthless checks in with the bench, forced out of bounds. Rolls back around, sees a gap and accelerates into it as a forearm penalty. Sends number 42, Mount Crushmore, to the penalty box.
So that makes M. Ruthless your lead jammer.
And with 4 points up on the power jam. If the last time you watched roller derby was during last year's JRDA champs, because hey, that's possible. You might wonder, why is it only 4 points? Well, because we got rid of the jammer lap point because it was too hard to track, wasn't consistent. Just make everything 4.
Absolutely. It's a game changer. Scores are a little bit lower. I feel like the only people that don't know that are your aunt or grandma that's trying to follow along.
Could be, or it's someone just wandering into Twitch and going, hey, it's that thing I watched last year.
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch that again.
Maybe.
11 points for Cherry Bomb takes them to 56.
Mad Max lining up for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. Power start opportunity here. Power start situation.
Yes, Mount Crushmore still in the penalty box.
That reddy orange color on the Cherry Bombers and the orange that the coaches are wearing on the Diamond City. It's a whole lot of orange going on.
There's a lot of orange out there.
I love it, so. This
Yes,
isn't
Diamond City, the number 1 seed, got to pick the color and chose to go with the white.
Interesting.
I like it.
Well,
Maybe they were like,
it's a
we like
cool,
the Cherry Bomb orange. We'll let them take it for once.
Sure. Well, and I mean, I don't know if there's reversibles on the Cherry Bomb Brawlers, but nice to save one jersey for another day.
Exactly. I was
I think we'll be washing ours in the sink.
in
the hotel
announcing a game earlier with Hippie, who was on Foco. Foco was wearing purple in the earlier game, and her coach came over at halftime and said, hey, we're wearing yellow. And she went, thank goodness, it's a clean shirt. So I think Skater's very happy not to wear the same thing 2 games in a day.
Maybe. I don't know. We got some grubby teenagers
That's a
around
very
our
good
house.
point. It's official timeout time again to mention. I mentioned the Watch Pass. There is some chat going on about the Watch Pass and what a great deal it is. It's true, and with 20% off, it's a greater deal. WFTDA Roby Doby is your discount code for the season combo pass to watch all of our WFTDA postseason action from the Continental Cups to the playoffs to championships. Running through those dates, let's say August 9th through 11th is the Continental Cup North America West out of Orem, Utah. August 23rd to 25th, WFTDA Continental Cup North America East in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We then turn to the playoffs for 2 weekends, the 6th through the 8th of September in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and 13th through 15th of September in Seattle, Washington. technically Kent, but we'll call it Seattle. October 5th and 6th is the Europe Continental Cup in Helsinki, Finland, and we round out in your neck of the woods, kinda. Almost.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Canada. It's close,
it's
right?
Canada.
15th through the 17th, Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
So it looks like that official timeout turned into an official review. I'm guessing Diamond City bench staff was not happy with something that went on, and somebody is going to do us the luxury of filling us in at some point in time. Maybe
We'll see. Maybe they will.
People out in the interweb
You might just
land
guess.
have an idea of what it might have been. There's a whole lot going on.
Sure. Please feel free to fill the chat with your speculation of what this official review is about, because that's what the internet is for. Baseless speculation.
Absolutely. Chirp, chirp it up.
Oh, and Gigi Grabber is pointing out that the cherry bomb is red, even though it looks kind of orange. It's actually red.
Well, and I figured with cherries being red, even a reddish black. It's a tart sour cherry. They're my favorite kind anyway. Right, because they're from Washington, and the
See?
Washington cherries are spectacular right now.
All
I am
right.
from the Fruit Belt region in Ontario, and I prefer those Washington cherries. So
We won't tell customs. You're probably not allowed to bring them in, are you? Can you bring in?
no,
North
but I
America
buy
Fruit
them at
Candy?
my grocery store.
Oh, all right. So someone else brings them in. I get it.
Someone legally brings them in. I'm
Legally
not
get-
smuggling cherries over the border.
All right. If that's what you're saying, I'll keep that story.
We
all right.
also buy bananas from other countries too.
That I believe.
Oh,
Mad Max.
was he in? He was in. Excellent job from Mad Max.
A lot of spinning
evading
going
that
on.
contact from Speed Brayu and getting a lead jammer status for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
Yeah, Mount Crushmore out of the penalty box and also through now on a scoring pass and cuts through backwards. Takes a shoulder from Tribal Terror, and Tribal Terror hits the penalty box. 4 points up for Crushmore. Mad Max on the inside calls off the jam. No points awarded. So Cherry Bomb staying at 56, Diamond City 208. .456 M Ruthless set to jam for Cherry Bomb.
I think that's number 42, Mount Crushmore for Diamond City.
I think you're right. Crushmore going 3 jams in a row. Had the penalty, sat, started the last one, and this time gets lead. That was it. Now Crushmore's like, I've been in 2 jams in a row and didn't get lead. I want to do one more so I can. And Ruthless struggling to get through, shouldered out by Speed Brayu.
Absolutely. Taking care of the offense and the jammer at the same time.
Star pass off Tribal Terror. Now your jammer of record for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. As Crushmore through with 4 more. That's 8 total on the jam for Mount Crushmore. Global storming back to the penalty box. As everybody goes flopping to the outside. Nice shoulder on that last one from Evelyn. And now Tribal shouldering out Mount Crushmore and rolling back.
Well, just bringing her back, not all the way back.
Yeah, just a little bit. Mount Crushmore, of course, team in the lead has the clock in their favor, willing to let the time run. And a nice bit of toe stop work forward and backwards as Tribal Terror reports to the penalty box for a forearm call. So 4 more up and a power jam for Mount Crushmore. Crushmore getting a mini Maniac escort as Maniac going backwards to push Global Storming away. And time runs out on the jam.
Still a whole lot of time left
Yes.
in this second period. 21 seconds.
21 minutes. I'm like, 21 seconds.
minutes.
Wow, we're almost done. What?
21 minutes.
We'll be
It's
back
been a-
on time in no time.
It's been a long day.
It has.
One more game after this. 2 more days.
228-56, a 20-point jam for Mount Crushmore. And Speed Bryu back out to jam against Mad Max. And Speed Bryu is lead jammer.
Cut track penalty for Mad Max. I wish I had that digital inside whiteboard because
Yes.
I'd be curious about how many trips to the penalty box Mad Max has taken. He's working hard out there for his team.
Too true. Speed Bryu ducks around the outside, gets the feet a little bit in front of the center of mass. Never safe when you're about to run into somebody, but keeps it on the skates.
Also impressive when you're well over 6 feet tall, as that young man surely is.
Yes, and number 12, Mad Hatter, slowing down but not able to stop Speed Bryu. Oh, and a cut track again for Mad Max.
And I'm supporting
Feet
you, Tim,
going
the
out.
ref, in that call because that toe definitely did go out.
Tycho the Psycho also heading to the penalty box for Cherry Bombs. Only 3 blockers on the track. Speed Bryu coming through on a 5th scoring pass, 20 total on the jam, and we've still got 43 seconds left. Bryu adding another 4 to 24 as Diamond City sheds a blocker to the penalty box.
Oh, there we go. 7 times 4. That is 28 points up for Speed Bryu.
Yes, thanks to the scoreboard for doing that math for me, because I'm like, wait, set what?
Oh,
And everyone falling small.
I think that's a
And then getting
third
back up.
penalty just this jam for
That
Mad
is.
Max.
Low block this time, so 2 cuts and a low block. And time runs out on the jam.
4 more. That's 36 points for Speed Bryu and the Diamond City Miners.
Definitely the largest scoring jam of this game. Don't
Largest
know
one
about
I've
other
seen
games.
for the whole day.
All right. We're not watching every game, but that seems like a lot of points.
I feel like between us, we probably are.
I think Davey Rocket 36 is agreeing, saying, is this the highest scoring jam of this tournament?
So far, day 1.
That takes Diamond City to 264.
And this is Flash. Global Storming looking for a cut track call. Not happening. Officials are saying Flash is good and through, and your lead jammer.
Yes, and on a power jam as Mad Max starting off in the penalty box. Flash forced out, Global Storming with the run back. Global Storming is the pivot, and Mad Max trying to get the star over, but now choosing to run forward. And Max forced out again. Global Storming at the back of the pack. Coach calling for Global to roll back. And Diamond City doing a great job of keeping the jammer and pivot apart. Can't pass it off if you can't reach him. And while Global Storming is pretty tall,
He is.
he's not like Plastic Man. He can't stretch his arm out 7 feet. Meanwhile, 8 points up for Flash, who's pushing at the front.
Oh, Mad Max really working that toe stop work on that inside line, but I think sheer exhaustion is now definitely a factor.
This is it's their second game of the day. Yes, they had a good sizable break.
Yes, you're right. Second game of the day, and the first game was highly competitive.
Yep. So finally making it out of the pack. 1 more point up for Flash before calling off the jam. 273 to 56. We got 16:30 to go in our game.
Global Storming still on the track as a blocker. No rest for you.
Eminem. Oh, forearm penalty called.
That's Eminem 717 taking a seat there as Little Devil Rosie. Global Storming nodding his head. Yes, I'm guilty. Taking my
I will
lashings.
take my leg block penalty. Thank you. Little Devil Rosie. Just easy through the pack. Out of play called, so illegal contact for an out of play block. Gives the 4 points to Little Devil Rosie.
Successful star pass. Eminem off to, is that Tycho the Psycho? He's got a little bit of a disappointed look. He was ready for that fight, but take a rest. Or go back out, who knows? Looks like Cutthroat. Putting on the start, timeout. Cherry bombs.
So we mentioned the dates and things for the postseason of the WFTDA. We mentioned the Watch Pass season combo pass saving you 20% with WFTDA Roby Doby. Now, if you want to go in person, if you're going to either Winston-Salem, North Carolina, or the Seattle, Washington playoffs, both of those in September, tickets are on sale now, and there's a discount code specially created for junior roller derby participants. I believe it gets you the 3-day pass for like $30. It seems, I think that was the price. It's a significant discount. Get your code and your tickets at WFTDA.com/tickets. I will tell you, and it says it on the website, when you buy the discounted JRDA ticket, you do have to show some ID to prove that you're not, 19 and not actually eligible for the discount.
I see this is to walk in the building and
Exactly,
watch it
just to
live.
come in to watch it live, not the Watch Pass. This was if you're going to view it in person.
Okay.
Watch those top WFTDA teams battle it out for the final spaces at championships.
Right, so moms, we don't get to use our JRDA code, and then we got to take the kids with us if we're going and getting that code discount.
Yes.
Is there some Twitch action there?
Just the links to the
Okay.
Watch Passes and the tickets coming in from the bots. So you can easily link.
Great job by number 4, Mini Maniac, Diamond City Miners.
And number 222, Cutthroat, jamming for Cherry Bomb, I believe, for the first time this afternoon. So 4 points up for Mini Maniac of Diamond City. Cutthroat working on the sled, but held back.
Oh, no.
Star did drop, was not successfully passed, so
And Bry
Mini
is
Maniac
not
has
going to
to
make
get
it
it.
easy for her to pick up that star.
And the jam was, I believe, called for the injury as Cutthroat knocked to the ground.
I think the jam was called off by the jammer. I think the injury
All
just
right.
happened to.
Happened
to
after?
happen.
That could be simultaneously.
What's and I don't know if we talked about this already. I feel like I keep having the same conversation. What's the elevation in Spokane, Washington? where the Cherry Bomb Brawlers
I
are?
would
they be a team affected by this?
I would think so. It's probably, I don't know,
elevation?
400 feet, maybe 1,000 tops.
Here or there?
There. Spokane is, here it's what, 5,200, and it's like a mile high. Denver is the mile high city.
It is. It is. Okay.
They don't let you use a nickname like that if it's not true. At least
Right.
I believe at
And-
the city nickname board.
Okay. And because I am metric and everything is a multiple of 10
man.
for me, how many feet
many
are
feet
in a mile?
Are in a mile, 5,280.
Where does that random number come from?
You'd have to ask the British, I'm guessing.
No, British use the metric system.
Now, but they didn't always.
Oh, is that the reality?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I'm learning.
I think. I'm assuming. You're in the Commonwealth. Call the Queen. Ask her. She'll tell
I
you.
don't know. I mean, I just know there's.
You guys all have her number, right? It's like in the speed dial.
She's on her money, so.
There you go.
Okay, so elevation.
So elevation, I think, may be a factor. I don't know
factor.
the exact altitude of Spokane, but it's they're on a plateau, but they're not super high.
And how about somewhere like Bakersfield, California? Would they
Bakersfield,
be-
I have no idea,
I wonder if they. Nope.
but probably not this high. All right, Jam was called for the injury, it sounds like, from the word that we're getting next door. And if you'd like more information on the Continental Cups and their hosts, WFTDA.com/cups. Just in case. All right, you got the word from the referee about the.
I do have the word.
jam.
So the jam was called due to injury,
All right.
but the jammer did earn a penalty previous to the jam being called off.
Oh.
So a teammate is serving that penalty.
That
So
looks
that's M. Ruthless in the penalty box, number 456. Even though Cutthroat was
assessed with the penalty.
assessed
Gotcha.
the penalty, but we're just watching out for our friends, keeping everyone safe. Yes, not only exhaustion and altitude, a number of factors here
Yes.
playing in this.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day, and it's only one of three. So
Yes. That nice dry mountain air. Gonna stay hydrated. So Cherry Bomb trailing 291 to 56. We got 13:54 to go in the game. Official timeout coming to a close. And it looks like Monster number 100 will be your jammer for Diamond City.
power start there for Diamond City.
All other skaters that are eligible are on the track. So 4-on-4 in the pack. And Diamond City breaking things up. Monster able to get past 13 Shifty and grab lead jammer. Shifty almost locking down that inside lane, but just not quite enough to stop Monster.
A high block penalty going to number 492, Maddie Mayhem.
Monster now held at the front by 3, but gets inside of Tribal Terror to pick up 4 points. And Ruthless now out of the penalty box. And back engaged and forced to the infield. Has to reapply the Velcro on the knee pad after getting back up. But now coming back into the picture as Monster held up by Tribal Terror and the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. And finally, Monster is free as Tribal Terror picks up a forearm penalty.
So that's a second scoring pass for Monster in the Diamond City Miners. 299.
And Ruthless forced out of bounds, rolled back by 05 Ginger Snapper. Monster bouncing on the inside. Almost kept the skates in bounds, but did end up falling out and having to roll back. Now popping back to the front. Back block penalty thins out the Diamond City pack, sending Ginger Snapper to the penalty box. And there's a third 4-point pass for Monster, getting Diamond City over the 300 mark, 303 to 56.
Still lots of time here on the clock, 11 minutes plus.
Diamond City having those two fairly giant jams, but more importantly also holding Cherry Bomb Brawlers scoreless for the last 7 jams. They've been sitting at 56. And it looks like Tribal Terror has fouled out as I see him skating off with the league official designated parent. One thing with the Junior Derby, if you foul out, you don't have to go sit in the locker room. You get to go de-gear and then sit in the crowd with the designated parent who is in charge of the skaters who foul out or are otherwise expelled.
And I think that was, he earned his 7 penalties.
He did earn those penalties. He had to put in a long, tough game.
Absolutely. Yes, I find sometimes junior skaters get a little hard on themselves when they foul out, and it's try to remind them you're working hard out there for your team. You've earned those penalties.
Gigi Grabber has answered on Twitter, or on Twitch rather. Spokane elevation. Oh, see, I had it and then it went away. It was 1,844 feet, I believe, is what it said.
Okay.
But then a bunch of other ones bopped in. Oh, and Bakersfield is, I believe, 300 feet above sea level, if that's what AMA 2750 was saying earlier on.
All right. So depending on how these teams train for this altitude stuff going on, I've heard of teams that wear masks when they're doing off-skates training and on-skates training to deplete their oxygen when they're back in their home turf in order to prepare those lungs for this thin air. We've got an official timeout. What are we doing? We're talking in the penalty box.
Checking penalties and figuring out who's supposed to be where, I think, as with Tribal fouling out. Not sure if another skater has to sit the penalty or not. So we will have a 3-on-4 pack advantage.
All right, and we've got that sweeping
For
whistle.
oh no,
We're
sorry,
ready to go.
yeah, sorry, it's 3-on-3 in the pack. I again can't see part of the penalty bench as our now Cherry Bomb coach is standing the way. So 3-on-3 in the pack, 1-on-1 at the jammer line. Lil Devil Rosie jamming for Diamond City. And pushing on the inside, only one hand down, and the knee stayed in bounds, so it doesn't have to roll back. Now Little Devil Rosie trying to get around Global Storming. And a forearm penalty called. Global Storming patting the back of the arm as if this is the part I hit with, not the front part of the arm. But the ref did not see it that way, sir. So to the penalty box with you.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a little bit of a wraparound. I was wondering who was going to see what. Zero's got eyes on everything.
Indeed. So there's 4 points up for Little Devil Rosie as Mad Hatter passes the star off to number 16, Tycho the Psycho, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was unavoidable there, that contact. I think Tycho the Psycho was nervous he was going to get a penalty, hoping maybe it was a low block on the opposing blocker. Either way, Little Devil Rosie is sneaking through there for a second scoring pass.
And Tycho the Psycho clears to complete the initial for Cherry Bomb. And Little Devil Rosie grabs another 4, calls off the jam. 1 point for Tycho the Psycho. First point in 8 jams, I believe. For the Cherry Bomb Brawlers, takes them to 57.
Tycho the Psycho's feeling really proud. He's holding up one finger.
Yes.
I got a point. I think it's the first point in a number of jams.
Indeed. And
for the Cherry Bombs.
Yes, official review called by Cherry Bomb. So what was the, sorry, you got an answer from the ref on that last official timeout. Said,
I think it was just the foul, like we were talking about. It was the foul out.
Gotcha.
And, just the do-si-do there in the penalty box.
Taking time to get people where they belong.
Absolutely.
$9:35 to go in the game, 3:15 to 57.
All right, I'm checking out my list here of some of the games that the Diamond City Miners have played this season. Undefeated in the regular season and sizable wins over everyone.
Yes, Diamond City, they are not here to mess around.
Absolutely not. They're taking this game we call roller derby very seriously.
Yes, they are.
And they're earning their position here in number 1.
Diamond City has 4 skaters aging out this season. You've got number 4 Mini Maniac, number 54, Amazing. 89, Speed Bryu, and Misdemeanor, number 918. Meanwhile, on the Cherry Bomb side, they've got 5 aging out. Mad Max will be aging out after this season, as will Global Storming. Number 22, Skatey Katie. 244, Tribal Terror, and 456, M. Ruthless.
All right. Well, that'll be, I mean, depending on what sort of depth they've got in their club back home, might be a big change for both of those teams.
Exactly. Could be. That's always the joy I find of Junior Roller Derby is people roll off and new kids have to step up.
Absolutely.
It's always impressive to see the teams that are able to maintain a high level for a very long time.
And it'll be impressive to see where these skaters go as they potentially do their adult derbying.
Indeed, I can tell you where Global Storming is going. He's going off to be with the team parent in D-Gear as Global Storming has fouled out.
Oh, well, what a
Right?
disappointment. He was
I
a
know.
spectacular skater.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Don't worry.
Yeah, glad to see
There's no
it.
red cards involved here. Not with a foul out. Number 54, Amazing, is your lead jammer for Diamond City.
Yeah, Mad Max here wearing the star for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
And Mad Max almost clear, but forced to the ground by a little regulator. Davey Rocket, I think I agree with your comment on Twitch that Vic is looking like Doritos. I'm assuming that's what that icon is for, because those Diamond City shirts do have a Dorito-y flavor to them. Mad Max bumped out of bounds, and Jim is called. It's the refs and the coach checking in, and the medics will come over.
All right. Since we do have a number of young men aging out here, do you know what the MRDA world looks like here on the West Coast? Is
I do not, but I know
okay.
there are teams.
All right. Well, since we've got the interwebs at our fingertips here, tell me, friends, does Spokane, Washington have an MRDA team for talented young men like Global Storming? And who else did you say was aging out? Tribal Terror?
Yes, Tribal Terror and Global both, and Mad Max, I believe, all aging out. Looking at our Twitch feed, who won the Attack Pack versus Des Moines game? That would be the Attack Pack. So they will take on the winner of this game, presumably Diamond City. Our other question about who fouled out, Tribal Terror and Global Storming both have fouled out. Global Storming the more recent. And the Kalamazoo game, which is coming up next on this track, will start 20 minutes roughly after this game ends. So hang out, enjoy a beverage. Kalamazoo Santa Cruz coming up next, but right now we've got number 100 Monster jamming for Diamond City and a lead jammer as well. 456 M. Ruthless with the star for the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. Four points up for Diamond City. And another run through. Quick star pass off, though. 16. Tycho the Psycho now with the star for Cherry Bomb. And Tycho takes a double doink. Second shot from Speed Bryu, knocking him out.
The backwards blocking skill and strategy here of Diamond City is so impressive.
Yes, the turnaround and face and just like lean in and
Well, it's got that
slow everything
intimidation
down.
factor, and they're all strong enough that they seem to be able to take the contact to the chest, to that sweet spot that, I mean, that's the easiest way for me to get leveled.
Yes, indeed.
Tycho the Psycho with
Just held up by Flash as Monster threw for the fourth scoring pass. 16 total on the jam. Now 339 to 57.
Tycho the Psycho working hard out here on this track.
And the Cherry Bomb Brawlers up front, not able to come back to provide any offense. Tycho moving up, but there's Speed Bryu, and there is the shoulder. And down goes Tycho the Psycho.
Tycho the Psycho looking like he needs a little.
Yes, that was a
help there.
straight shot to the sternum, as you mentioned. It's a stunner.
Yeah, it is. And Tycho the Psycho, just a great athlete here. He's got his arms up in the air. He's cheering himself on. He's like, I took that beating like a champ. And you sure did. I expect he's a super sweet kid and a lovely teammate to have. So cheers to him. And apparently his teammates aging out into MRDA have some great opportunities with Puget Sound out of Seattle and Bridgetown out of Portland.
And
so
you've
some opportunities for those young men to still derby.
You've also got the Vancouver Murder up in Vancouver, BC. Which I had forgotten, but that got mentioned on Twitch.
Okay.
As a possible place that Global Stormy may want to go. And they're also a quality team, and then they'd be up in your neck of the woods, at least your country.
Yes.
Not necessarily
My country,
anywhere near where you live.
Not my neck of the woods.
Totally different woods.
Beautiful redwoods. Well, not quite up there, but if anybody out there in the Twitch universe can comment on where dynamite skaters like Speed Bryu might end up in adult men's roller derby, I'd love to be able to follow along where a superstar player like that would be.
So 4 points for Diamond City in that last jam takes them to 351. 61 points for Cherry Bomb. And now we got number 4. That is Mini Maniac jamming against, is that 1974, who is Jaws of Death, the Cherry Bomb Brawlers.
Thank you for educating me on the California Heat.
Ah, yes, that's right. California Heat. Now that I think they were at the Big O, and they've got some former Diamond City skaters on that team.
Farnham Young.
Golden State Heat. All right, 4 points up more for Mini Maniac. That's 8 total on the jam. Jaws of Death still struggling at the back of the pack as Mini Maniac slices through. Jaws getting rolled back. We're down to 4:10 in the game. And we do now. Someone earlier asked, are we going to see a 300-point spread? We have now with 363 to 61. And add 4 more to that total. 16 on the jam so far.
That's, yes, more than a 300-point differential there. Mini Maniac continuing to push up the front and get another set of points.
And Jaws of Death forced out by Speed Bryu and rolled back some more. And Speed Bryu again just leaning and pushing back. And the pack allowing the rollback as we are now stretched out the full, what was that, like 60 feet of pack? Bridges having to stretch back and stretch back. 24 total on the jam for Mini Maniac as the jam comes to a close. A 24-0 run now, 375 to 61. And 3 minutes to go in the game.
Oh, well, there we go. That period clock, I feel like I haven't looked at that for a while. I'm just enjoying watching the track. 24-point jam. They train a lot, no doubt.
I think that was in response to Vinsanity saying that Diamond City isn't human and can't be reasoned with.
I can tell they train a lot, Vinsanity.
Flash, your lead jammer for Diamond City. M. Ruthless jamming for Cherry Bomb, and Flash not doing a full lap backwards. I thought maybe we were going to see that, but no.
M.
Chooses
Ruthless
to turn around.
holding her ear, feeling like maybe there was some contact there to the head that she's, or maybe it's just this altitude pressure. Who knows?
Ear still hasn't popped from landing in the plane.
Plug your nose and blow.
Except Cherry Bomb drove, so that wouldn't apply. Flash forced out of bounds, rolls back. 8 on the jam so far as we're down under 2 minutes now. Flash up against Eminem, out of play called. Eminem has to let Flash go. There's 4 more up. And Flash bouncing around the outside. M. Ruthless. Speed Bryu just doing this slow, easy, and then lean in and force someone out. All off screen, but just not using a lot of impact, just using leverage and body force. Like make contact and shrug to kind of shift the skater out.
And that was literally an 80-foot pack. The pack was completely stretched out.
And Speed Bryu again, just at the back. You can just on the side of the screen see engaging and forcing out and rolling back. As the entire back, again, rolling backwards, which makes life easier for Flash because it's getting closer, so it's easier to work through. Long stretched out. More of a chance to just swing. And now Cherry Bomb regrouping. And Ruthless.
Frustrated
indeed.
No doubt.
That is a rough jam. Very rough. Just that can't get by the one person at the back. And they're continuing to roll back, so you can't get a run up at them. So we got 24 seconds of game clock to go. 4:06 to 61 after that 31-point jam for Flash.
Yeah, these may be the top 10 teams in the world, but there is definitely a huge spread in experience, skill, training.
Indeed,
from the top 3 to the bottom 3.
Yep, we have a lot of teams, a lot of new teams at Champs this year, which is great for the sport because it's getting more kids more exposure to teams they wouldn't otherwise play.
Yes, and clubs that are making their first Champs appearance are super proud of that. And I think sometimes we don't quite realize the discrepancy in skill.
Yes, indeed.
And I think we're going to see a little more of it as the weekend goes on, as these top-tier teams continue to dominate.
Slammerella jamming for Diamond City is in the penalty box currently. Jaws of Death is your lead jammer. As the period clock has ended, Cherry Bomb Brawlers will be able to take away. They had the last lead jammer of the game. The Slammerella finally clear.
All right, penalty there, getting one Diamond City blocker off. Mount Crushmore going to take a seat.
And 4 points up for Jaws of Death.
Never mind,
and
we're done.
That
We're
has
done.
ended the game. Your final, unofficial final score, Diamond City 406. And Cherry Bomb Brawlers 65. With the win, Diamond City will play the Attack Pack in the 3 o'clock game tomorrow on the yellow track. That's track 2, but just look for the one with the yellow tape. Meanwhile, Cherry Bomb Brawlers move down to, let's see, this was game number 9. They will play the winner of Sioux Falls versus Des Moines tomorrow at 7 p.m. So they get a nice break. They can go back to the hotel, they can rest up, and then come back and play either Sioux Falls or Des Moines tomorrow. And now for those looking for Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo coming up next against the Santa Cruz Derby Gromshells.
Just right here on this pink track.
This beautiful pink track. It's sure it's 7:20 now, and it was supposed to start 20 minutes ago, but it's not going to start for at least 20 more minutes because the teams have to take their victory laps. The Cherry Bomb Brawlers want to shake everyone's hand, and then we will give the team some time to warm up.
Absolutely.
So, you are watching the 2019 JRDA Championships on WFTDA's Twitch.tv channel. I'm Scott Chicken.
My name is Viola DeRola. It's been my pleasure to be here tonight.
And mine as well. Stick around for Kalamazoo versus Santa Cruz.
All right, see you later.